Welcome to our coaching program. Thank you so much for joining Focus4growth and me in particular for a 6-month program of coaching. I can guarantee that you are going to see a real shift in your personal and professional growth and development. Because not only are we going to be working together in the coaching sessions that we will schedule from here on in, but we will also be working outside of the sessions. You'll be making a commitment to yourself and your growth that will go way beyond just our fortnightly 1-hour sessions. And here's how it's going to work. You will receive a link, and that link will take you to a project management tool. And there are a number of documents in that tool, but ahead of our first session, I'd like you to prioritize 2 documents. The first of those documents you'll see here is our contracting commitment agreement. So I'd like you to read through that agreement. There are 10 points in that agreement that are really important ahead of that first session. Let's just quickly run through them. The first is to slow down, to commit to slow down and create quality thinking space in the sessions, because we very rarely get that opportunity in our busy professional lives. Second is to take responsibility for everything that happens and or for your response to the events of everything that happens. So the things that are happening around you, we must own and become accountable for everything, or our response to everything. And when we do that, it gives us a level of power and control we cannot get in any other way. Thirdly, focus on goals and outcomes and not challenges or barriers. It's okay to address challenges and barriers, to acknowledge them, but we don't want to focus on them. What we want to focus on are the goals and the outcomes, the things that take us beyond the challenges and the barriers that we face on a day-to-day basis. Fourth is that you'll be accountable to change, and in particular to change your own perspective. There are perspectives we all gain throughout our lives that become the lens through which we see life. And sometimes we have to challenge those perspectives to enable us to see beyond it and to look at a larger version or a vision for ourselves. 5, that you'll challenge your beliefs, your behaviors, your patterns and past habits. There's a great phrase that I'm sure you've heard: what got you here won't get you there. We've got to get ourselves to think beyond our past habits and beliefs if we want to get to the next levels of performance. 6 is to face your fears and move forward regardless. Even if there are things that challenge us and make us feel fearful, we must find a way to lean into that fear and act almost in the face of it. And that's what we'll be covering in some of the sessions. If fears or issues come up, how do we act in the face of those fears and recognize what they really are? They're just feelings and associations that we've created. 7 is that you'll not make excuses and you won't take excuses. So we don't want to keep putting things off or making excuses for why we can't achieve our goals. Let's really face up to the truth and the reality and leave behind any excuses from your side and from mine. 8 is that you'll do what you say you will do when you say you will do it. If you can't commit to something, then let's be clear and honest about that, but say when we can commit to something. And once we've made that commitment, let's go ahead and do it so that both parties, you and I, feel confident in the progress that you're going to make, not just in the program, but towards your goals and outcomes that we agree. 9 is that you'll recognize the best in you and you'll focus on becoming that person. Change is often about the identity that we have for ourselves. And throughout this process, we want to start to improve that self-belief, that self-image, and work towards the kind of person that you want to become. My job is to help you to see that more clearly and to start taking positive steps towards becoming that person. And then finally, you'll complete a weekly self-coaching report. And in between the sessions, we'll be meeting each other every fortnight, but in between those sessions, I'd like you to complete a weekly self-coaching report. There'll be 4 or 5 questions that will be relevant for you in that report, and it will just give you this weekly self-reflection. If you can schedule 15 to 30 minutes every week, complete that reflective document, and it will just give you the opportunity to recognize how far you've come, some of the challenges you've faced, and how well you've addressed and overcome those challenges each week. And that opportunity for progress and measurement is really valuable. So if you can do that as part of the process, it's really going to help with your growth and development. And then the second document I'd like you to complete before we first see each other is this document. It's a coaching goals document. And you'll see there are 5 questions in this document. If you can spend some time reflecting on the questions in that document, be really clear specifically on what you're looking to achieve from our 6-month program and which key areas you want to work on, because that's going to give you clarity, and clarity is power. Once we know exactly what we want and we set goals, we can get so clear about how we're going to achieve them or why it's important that we achieve them. And that motivation and then clarity of action makes us almost unstoppable in terms of our potential to reach the goals that we set. And everything is possible. Our potential truly is unlimited. When you think about what's possible in the world for all of us, it's just a matter of us getting clear on what we want, getting focused on it, understanding why we want that goal in the first place, why it's important for us to achieve it, the difference we're going to make. And then in the sessions, we can get clear about the actions you'll take and how you can actually start to make measurable progress and serious inroads towards the best possible future that you want for yourself and your business. So I look forward to seeing you in this first session. If you can come armed with those 2 documents, I will have sent you the link to the project management tool already, so you've got access to the documents. Once you've completed them, if you can upload them in there, then I'll have visibility of them as well, and we'll start this journey of coaching together over the next 6 months. It's going to be a complete transformation. I hope you're going to enjoy the process as well as the results, and I look forward to seeing you in our first session.